come up with that dog shit pick. What the fuck were we thinking? What the fuck were you thinking?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Jimnasium. As always, it's me, XFL Jim, joined by the one, the only, the newly dubbed Wolfie 2000. It's a new model, folks. It is Chase Lupine Fiasco Sesums. What's up, dude?
Jim, get down. Shots fired.
Yeah, I know.
Shots fired.
Eric coming in hot. Anyone know the Nebraska MSU score? I do. That game was ugly. I had that on the screen. It was one of the multi-view that YouTube TV lets you do. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Tuning into Nebraska and Michigan State was pretty low on my list of priorities for Saturday.
So I actually had it really well set up. I got super lucky for both the morning and the mid-afternoon slate, where I think I had Nebraska-Michigan State in the multi-view. I had Arkansas, Florida, so I got to watch both of our teams. All three of the Garages teams, really. And then I think I had three other games that I had bets on. So I had Florida State, Pitt. I think I had Penn State, Maryland on there as well.
Yeah. Those are like the Garage's like three like hardcore like teams.
Yeah.
We have a million teams that
there's a multitude of teams. Eric coming in hot now. MSU, they're getting a cool 30.5 against Ohio State.
Wow.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
So again, we'll get to all the games. We'll recap this weekend of college football and NFL. Chase, the Connor Stallions, is it the whole Connor Stallion stuff? He resigned this weekend. Is the story coming to an end? Or is it just beginning?
Oh no, I think it's just beginning. Like I think that there's something there. It's not embarrassing enough yet. It's got to get more embarrassing at some point. Like there's got to be a hooker, and there's got to be.
He said that Harbaugh didn't know anything.
Something. Do you really think that man doesn't know every single thing about what's going on in his football program? And
that's fair with old John Harbaugh.
Do you not think that he knows? That'd be good.
They're coming in. Ohio State hiring Connor would make his year. See,
Yeah.
The thing is, though, if I were Ohio State, I wouldn't do it because I think this man is Michigan to the core of his soul.
He sure didn't act like a guy spurned. He sure acted like a guy who was like that was like a real deal. Like I fell on my sword. Like I ain't saying nothing to the police. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna do my nickel for the boys.
We're talking about a man who went to the Naval Academy instead of Michigan when he had an offer for Michigan because other Michigan coaches had like ties to the military.
This is weird. Just the whole like I haven't even read about it. It's just like all the.
So I was reading stuff. The amount of things that he's like done apparently. He alludes that he also helped Jeb Fish at Arizona State. At Arizona because Jeb Fish was on the Michigan staff, and like there's ties to that. There's ties to his connections with Central Michigan because of McElwain and his time on the Michigan staff. This is crazy.
Listen, grown men sharing photos and stuff, and like sharing videos. Like there's only one way that this can end, and it's child pornography. It's going to end up being child pornography that brings all of them down.
This, or like it might just be prostitutes as well. Eric, I think
definitely
is calling the future here. What's going to happen is Michigan will get a bowl suspension for a couple of years, and Harbaugh will go to the NFL. But
listen, the other shoes will drop, and the other shoes are child pornography, prostitution, drugs, and murder have all happened. I'm not.
Would make it though. That would be what brings it from like a regular scandal to a real Big Ten scandal.
I'm not saying that they definitely happened, but I am saying that they definitely probably didn't maybe happen. Maybe. Per chance.
So my whole take is like, obviously the NCAA probably this year especially isn't going to do shit. They work so slow, and they're already still trying to figure out that other Michigan scandal that Harbaugh like voluntarily took time for.
In what point has the NCAA ever concluded an investigation in a timely manner like that? You know, if they figure this out, like immediately after Michigan wins, like I don't care. We still consider it. I still consider Michigan winning a national championship. I literally have never thought of a national championship won by a team that's been vacated.
Yeah.
Like they didn't really win that unless it happened to like Auburn or like.
The real punishment would come from like the Big Ten, the conference itself, and I know there's a lot of the coaches I think have like petitioned the Big Ten conference to do something about it. They won't. I don't think they will.
I do like to think that maybe Jim Harbaugh's dad is just sitting somewhere in a Michigan jumpsuit, ready to just like throw off his sweats and come off the bench to coach again. You know, just in case in case of emergency, break glass, and Jim Harbaugh's dad pops out.
I did see a couple. I think this story might be poisoning some people's brains though, because I believe I heard one person say that they called it potentially the biggest scandal in college football in the last century. And I was like, it's not even the largest scandal in the Big Ten in the last 20 years.
Well, hell, I mean, Bill Belichick basically has done the exact same thing, and it wasn't even like. Do people even think about that? They think of Deflategate when they think of him cheating. Like, come on. Like, no one's going to care about this. Like, this does, as much as I'm a Michigan hater and don't really like Jim Harbaugh, like, it's a really weak shot to come at, Harbaugh with.
It'll be really funny when Michigan, like, gets blown out in the playoffs.
It will be pretty funny when Michigan gets blown out in the playoffs. Because if they go in 1-4 and it's Georgia, or they're like 2-3 Georgia, I do think that Georgia would put it on them.
I think that would actually be a really good game this year. I don't think it's the same Georgia.
I think it's the exact same thing. If they're not manly enough on the perimeters yet, they're still not there. They're still not there.
My worry, and we'll get to this later. I guess I'll get more into it when we get to that game. But my worry now is that. I'm glad I took a future on them early in the year. Alabama's my team now.
Yeah.
They're my team. Let's get into the recaps, Chase. Starting all the way back on Tuesday, because we had Maction now. It's that time of year, that beautiful time of year. Central Michigan 37, Northern Illinois 31. Let's give it to Central. This is how weird this story is, because this was basically all the pictures of Connor Stallions on the Central Michigan sideline were basically coming out during this game.
Yeah, like the University of Michigan was releasing Central Michigan was releasing a statement as this game was happening in the snow, no less, on Halloween night. Is that right?
Yeah, on Halloween.
Yeah. This was just a great old school Maction football game. It was a hell of an opening night for the MAC.
Great opening night for the MAC.
Incredible opening night for Maction. Just what's better than cruising the hot streets for Maction and a little white powder falling from the sky?
Alex in the chat, Ohio State will beat Michigan, and then Michigan will be number 4 for the playoffs.
I think you're probably right. I honestly think Ohio State's a better team. I do think that they have a better resume. I've been expecting them to fall off just a little bit. Maybe with some of the hype. I mean, they haven't covered, but they've won convincingly in their last couple games. So
I think it'll all come down to how Michigan looks this week against Penn State. Because, like, Michigan could be a great team or they could be not, but they haven't played anybody, so we just don't know.
And to correct myself, they covered against Maryland 2 back. They did not cover this last game. That's
Toledo 31, Buffalo 13. Rockets continue to be the cream of the crop in the MAC.
So this was the second half of my first night of Maction parlay, and I can't tell you how much the ending of this one sucked for me.
Sucked a lot.
Yeah, sucked a ton. This was a great football game if you like chaos.
Yes.
There were like
1,000%.
How many turnovers? There were 19.
I was going to say 20.
Somewhere in the 34 turnover range. Yeah. Somewhere between 20 and 34 easily.
Bowling Green 24, Ball State 21.
This is where the yeah.
Akron
Tough.
31, Kent State 27. Good for the Zips. Their season win total still in play with this.
Still in play.
Texas Tech 35, TCU 28. Big 12's getting weird.
I thought this one was kind of predictable. It was Texas Tech won, right? 35-28?
Yeah, Texas Tech won 35-28.
Yeah.
I think Texas Tech is better. Yeah, I just think the Big 12 right now is now developing into another super, super like competitive conference. Aside from the new entries.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's what we figured out, I guess. The new entries are going to have a really hard time getting into the Big 12 swing of things. Like, I wonder who do you think will be the first one to break through?
Honestly, and I know you're going to hate to say it, it's probably
UCF.
UCF. The Florida connection is going to be strong for that. And they seem to be the best out of them right now, just from like the small sample size we've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
Duke 24, Wake Forest 21. I'm sorry. Wake is dead for the year to me. I have to put him away.
Yeah, I was on the side of Wake, just straight up money line here on how to play this one, and it was not how that finished. It good on Duke, because I kind of figured that they were gonna just end up rolling over and dying with no Riley Leonard basically for the rest of the season, because it's kind of how they've looked without him. But
the defense is still mean, dude.
Yeah, and they put it together. The quarterback did enough to win.
Boston College 17, Syracuse 10. I skipped one over here. Troy 28, South Alabama 10. I'm just going to mention Troy looks to be like that. They're probably going to represent the Sun Belt West. Like they're going to be the cream of the crop there.
I think so. I think you're right.
Syracuse is another team that I've loved for years and years. They've been in that camp of like them and Wake are my two ACC teams that I just can't quit. I'm quitting Syracuse. They're done.
I don't know, man. Hold on. Let's not be hasty here. Because you got to think right about now, that seat for Dino Babers has got to be getting pretty hot. And Dino Babers only coaches his face off when the seat is its hottest.
If they scrape to a bowl game, his seat's going to be warm next year. I'm going to be all over Syracuse next year.
A season on the brink.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need to see. So you think he brings it back? He brings it back, goes to a bowl this game?
Well, what are they at right now?
Oh, they got it. I think they're at 4 and 5.
They are currently sitting 4 and 5, 0 and 5 in conference.
Yeah.
Brutal.
But they've got the hardest part of it out of the way now, though. So
they got Pitt, Georgia Tech, and Wake. So they could still beat Wake, and Wake is at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll make it to a bowl, and then he'll come with his seat warm next year, and I'll be all over Syracuse to get like 9 wins.
But this is the preheating process, and it's starting now, and so this is where he picks it up, and they go. What if they win out? Go 7 and 5.
That makes me less optimistic for next year because the seat won't be as hot.
That's true. We need to find a happy medium here.
Also, I don't think they're beating Georgia Tech.
Probably not.
But Georgia Tech's weird, so who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Wyoming 24, Colorado State 15.
I love this Wyoming team. I love everything.
I do too, and it sucks that they're probably not going to play for the conference championship.
Yeah, it does, but it just goes to show you how strong the Mountain West is. The Mountain West should be the new Power 5 member in my mind. Just absorb Washington State and Oregon State and let them be the new Power 5.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Chase, you get a brag because the first game on the Saturday slate according to FB schedules. Mm-hmm. Arkansas 39, Florida 36. What a game!
Alphabetical order do be like that, though, Jim. Yes.
Great game.
Do you have the image that I sent you after that from Arkansas Athletics? Because I feel like it just perfectly encapsulates how I felt post this game.
Let me pull that image up. Come on,
Let's
Twitter.
See.
I got it. If my stuff will load, I can get it.
I love that this is also from the official Razorback football Twitter, too. It's beautiful.
Look at that beautiful picture.
Look at that.
It's just beautiful.
Doesn't that just? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's what
It's
I'm talking
perfect.
about.
No notes.
No.
No notes
What's
for
best?
Arkansas there. Great game. KJ
What's
looked
best?
great. Who's?
Are you not? I'm not convinced that that's not actually KJ Jefferson.
You think it might be? It might be KJ Jefferson in like a few years.
That's true. Like KJ Jefferson
very well
after the USFL XFL.
I think so. After like 3 or 4 years of the XFL USFL.
It was an exciting
so
game. My heart almost couldn't take it, but we did it.
I saw some people saying that Iowa should hire Dan Enos just so they could fire him and then get a good offense.
That's gold. Whoever said that, that's really good. That's awesome. Yeah.
Great game. One of the best games of the early slate. North Carolina 59, Campbell 7, whatever.
Yeah.
South Carolina
sorry
38.
The Camels couldn't get that one done.
South Carolina 38, Jacksonville State 28. Can't believe on the college football tailgate we didn't call this the cock off.
Yeah, how did we not have just so many cock puns going about this game? Yeah, the score is deceptive actually as to how close this football game was, because
neck and neck.
Jacksonville State had the ball down 3 with a chance to drive and win the game, and just threw a pick six the other way, lost by 10. But they still covered and they still went over, and that's what really matters.
Michigan State 20, Nebraska 17. Nebraska continues to not have an offense and quarterbacks that love giving up the ball. So here's a fun fact for you, Chase. Nebraska's quarterback, Heinrich Harburg, leads the nation in fumbles.
He leads the nation in fumbles. Man.
And he's played 7 games.
You know what's funny is I feel like he still fumbles significantly less than other NFL quarterbacks I've seen and know of.
Yeah, I think Jeff Sims was also on his way to like most turnovers. So
that's true.
The quarterback situation in Nebraska is not great. The receiving situation is not great. The defense still is feisty when they like have to be. Special teams also not great. Just lots of turnovers. And then the reffing in this game was atrocious.
I was kind of excited. When you brought up his name, I was really hoping that you were going to tell me some really like super inside baseball, like hometown knowledge, like he shit his pants in the 4th grade or something like that. But
no, it's just that we suck.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, Jim, had a lot of things going on. This was not a game. This was not a game I was gonna catch.
Clemson 31, Notre Dame 23.
I just watched the scores of this one. It seemed like a pretty wild one, and Notre Dame had a chance to at least tie it and just kind of cocked it up at the end.
Yeah, Clemson kind of jumped up early, and then Notre Dame was just trying to claw back the rest of the way. And I don't know if it's a Notre Dame thing or what, but they don't pass the ball downfield very well.
No, they don't.
Not a lot of vertical.
No, I don't think they have the caliber wide receiver right now that they'd had under Brian Kelly for a little bit, with like the Chase Claypools and stuff like that. They run the hell out of the ball though.
Yes, they do.
They play big boy defense, and it's enough to keep them in every single ball game that they're in.
Oh yeah, and they're a feisty, fun team. I wonder what they're going to do next year for quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Ohio
State 35, Rutgers 16. Boy, Rutgers made this a game for like 2.5 quarters.
Yeah, they did. It's a feisty Rutgers team. Like they might win 9 games this year. Who knows? Like it's not like they're not a plucky Rutgers team that can go out there and play with anybody. Like Shiano's done a great job building them back up. He should never leave again. Like that should be his goal in life should be creating a Rutgers powerhouse.
Did you see
he probably never will, but
Did you see the tush push like fake play?
Yes, yes, I did. I'm so glad that people are starting to run those though, because you're gonna burn people on them for a little bit because everyone's so used to seeing the tush, just the regular brotherly shove.
Ole Miss 38, Texas A&M 35.
It's kind of a shootout you would expect, I think.
Dude, I love those Ole Miss uniforms. I'm just going to be honest.
The powder blues.
Oh, they're so good.
Powder
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
This Ole Miss team looked good. This game, they looked good. I'm excited to see them next week against Georgia.
Right.
Especially with how decent of a fight Missouri put up. But I like this Ole Miss team.
So basically, for them to win the SEC West, Alabama has to lose 2 games.
Yes, that LSU. If Alabama would have lost to LSU, I think that would have been a big factor in it.
Yeah.
So I don't see how Alabama's losing 2.
Me either, because I think before the Iron Bowl, they usually get someone like New Mexico State in town.
Yeah, because who do they have left? They have. See if you can find the 2 Alabama losses here, Chase, and there are 3 remaining games.
Right.
Kentucky.
Oh, they're gonna win that by $6.5 million.
Chattanooga, and Auburn.
They will. By how many points do they win these games combined?
Oh Jesus. I think so. The Iron Bowl is always fucking weird.
That's true. It is a fucky game. There's a very.
It's always weird. I could see Kentucky barely scoring on this Alabama defense.
Yeah, I could see that too.
I don't see them. I think Alabama is on their way to an SEC championship. And honestly, to me right now, they're the favorite in the conference from how things are looking just from my eye test.
I just want to say the boldness. All right, we'll talk about it, but
we'll get that in that game. But yeah,
the boldness.
Tennessee 59, UConn 3. What we expect,
pretty much.
Indiana 20, Wisconsin 14. You can't do that, Wisconsin.
That's not allowed, Wisconsin.
You're really making the Big Ten West look even worse than it is. It's so when I believe Wisconsin right now, Big Ten standings. I believe Wisconsin is still in the lead for the Big Ten West.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's Iowa now. And then there's a 3-way tie for second with Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Nebraska. Nebraska right now is in second place. This division, every week, this division sucks.
Yeah. There's some really bad football going down in the Big Ten West this year.
Wisconsin is the 3rd best team in the Big Ten West. They lost to Indiana. You can't.
You can't do that.
You can't do
that.
Texas 33, K-State 30. Banger game. K-State drops down early. Basically can't run the ball at all this game. Kudos to Texas' defense. I'll give him kudos for that.
Yeah.
And then Will Howard kind of just gets in his bag in the second half. They start slinging the ball. College kickers, man. Miss the PAT. Get the field goal to send it to overtime.
Here's the deal. There are only 7, maybe 8 good place kickers walking the face of the planet at any given time. And not even all of them play football for a football team.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them just need a dirt bike, their band, and their girl in this life. Some of them have said, fuck, football's for posers. These are the people that we're dealing with. These are the people who control our emotions on Saturdays and Sundays.
I do respect Chris Kleiman and K-State for going for it and not kicking the field goal in overtime.
Yeah.
I do like that move.
Yeah.
Just, it sucks how it turned out. Good on you, K-State. In my mind, this kind of puts Texas in the driver's seat for the Big 12 championship. They're probably going to make it.
Yeah.
And then all likelihood, it'll be... my prediction right now is Texas, Oklahoma State.
I say Oklahoma State wins. I swear it's going to be the... Listen,
please,
hold on. So we were saying... So we talked about this on Saturday morning. Oh, all right. Are we talking about Oklahoma State yet?
No. We'll get to that when we get to Bedlam. But yeah. I think Texas is kind of there. The other interesting thing, since we talked about it a little bit, if Texas... dude. We'll get to it when we get to it with all the different playoff scenarios.
Yeah.
I don't know how if you have a 1-loss Alabama and a 1-loss Texas and then 3 undefeateds.
Yeah.
Who are you leaving out?
Texas.
But they beat Alabama straight up.
Yeah, that's cool. Texas.
Yeah, that's fair. I like Chase, you vote with your heart.
Yeah, that's right.
Sam Houston 24, Kennesaw State 21. Good on you, Sam Houston, for getting a win.
You got that. You got that dub. Fortunately, you got to play a one of your old FBS foe or FCS foes to get it done.
You know what? A dub's a dub's a dub.
Dub is a dub.
Utah 55, Arizona State 3.
Congratulations to those guys for trying something new. That's what I got to say for Sam Houston.
Whoa, Utah putting 55 on the Sun Devils. What the fuck?
Dude, half 100 is just a statement, man. That's a statement win right there.
And keeping Arizona State to 3 with how they've been looking these last few weeks?
Yeah,
Damn.
man.
Damn.
Yeah, for sure.
Georgia Tech 45, Virginia 17. Yellow Jackets, baby.
I was all over this one.
So was I, baby. This Georgia Tech team is fun. They like Alex was saying earlier in the chat, they're a chaos team.
Yeah, I think they're a wagon, personally. I like the way they roll.
Temple 32, Navy 18. Whatever.
Yeah, there's some of these teams in that conference. It's just like good luck figuring out what the hell is going on there. It is just madness.
Speaking of which, Army 23, Air Force 3.
What the hell? What happened? All right, so we were talking about this whenever I said I thought the game would be an over, which, by the way, the fact
it was like 23-3 at half.
The fact that they scored 26 points in the first half and then didn't go over 32 is
crazy.
Insulting is what it is. And yeah, like what happened was exactly what I thought would happen and like could happen to make the game go over, except Army didn't, hold up their end of the bargain, but it was that Air Force didn't hold up their end of the bargain. It was that Army, like their quarterback, like once he goes into like insane shred mode,
he enters like a fugue state.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Like once he goes into like his astral plane and just starts like vibing at a different frequency, like he can make it really hard to stop. Like, and it's just like one person is doing all of this. Like one person is the Army offense. If he doesn't work, like the Army offense doesn't work. And dude, he went off. I
don't know what happened to the Air Force offense.
I don't know either. But like, was it Bryson Daly? He threw for like 100. Yeah. He ran for like 100. Like that's a day. That is a day.
This kind of, I think, eliminates Air Force's New Year's 6 hopes.
I think so too. I think it's going to land to Tulane.
Probably going to land for Tulane again.
Yeah.
But, I mean, still have a chance for a great season. Doesn't affect their conference at all. Still could very easily win the Mountain West and have a great season.
Right.
UAB 45, FAU 42.
Good thing for Trent Dilfer's wife.
Good job, Dilf.
Helping that Q score.
Memphis 59, USF 50. Jesus Christ.
Insane. Someone allowed 50 points to USF. Insane. Someone scored 59 points against USF. Insane.
109 points in that game.
Whew. And that just hurts every part of me as an undertaker.
Arkansas State 37, Louisiana 17.
You better put some respect on Butch Jones's name, man.
What the fuck is Butch? What is this Arkansas State team doing?
Next time you say something so crazy like Arkansas State is the worst team in FBS, then you need to think about what you're saying. You better not fuck around. You're gonna find out with Butch Jones.
Hey, they're one game away from going bowling, bro.
Dude, really? Yeah, and that was me, by the way, who said that they were.
We both. I think after the Oklahoma game, I think everyone was saying that when you saw Butch Jones crying on the sideline.
Yeah. Apparently, crying is how you like unlock your cheat code freshman quarterback.
I guess so.
Win. That's the only thing I can think of because they were bad.
They were so bad, and they've been bad for the last few years.
And now they're about to go to the fucking Gasparilla Bowl
and probably beat somebody.
Maybe they'll probably play a MAC team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hot. That's so. Oh, are you?
I'm into it.
Are you not just kind of hard for the Gasparilla Bowl right now?
I'm ready. I like those bowls because all the players still play because none of those guys are going to go to fucking pros.
Hell yeah, dude.
UTSA 37, North Texas 29. Covered. They covered. That's all I care about, boys.
Welcome back to the group home, University of North Texas.
Illinois 27, Minnesota 26. The Big Ten's dumb. The Big
dumb.
Ten West is stupid. It's so stupid.
It's just a dumb division in a conference.
I don't fucking get it at all.
Dumb.
Anyone can, hey, you know what? It's competitive.
It's good.
It's competitive.
It's a real dummy fight, that's for sure.
It's a bunch of shit lobsters dragging each other back to the bottom of the bucket. Speaking of which, Iowa 10, Northwestern 7. No shot this game was going to go over. How did that number tick up from 29? No shot.
Who was it on our show on Saturday? Was it I hate the Lakers 69 or whatever, who was he's like, I took the over 29 and a half. I was like, you're insane. He's like, crazy. Why would you do that? No, I even sent out that Dave Chappelle gif at halftime. If you're an unders better right now of him, the Rick James with the aura behind him, just like
Northwestern +5, also never in doubt.
Yeah, never in doubt. They were never gonna score that many points in that game. People keep asking me what number am I comfortable taking unders in Iowa games. Guess what? It's just ticked down a half point to 3.5. It's no longer 4.
Oh God, I'm looking forward to the Black Friday of Iowa and Nebraska.
I don't want to get done in by 2 Iowa Rouges, but it could happen.
UMass 31, Merrimack 21. Whatever. Okay, UMass, fuck off scheduling this kind of whatever. You need to win. You got to win.
This sounds like a Civil War naval battle.
It very well was. Georgia 30, Missouri 21. This was a game. This was a good game.
Yeah.
And Missouri had their shots. A couple like pretty bad turnovers, and Missouri's very much in this game to win it.
Jim,
this was a great game. Missouri looked good. Georgia, I think Georgia's great. I think Georgia's like on top. I don't think this does not seem like the Death Star Georgia that we've grown accustomed to.
No, it does not.
But they are still really good.
Jim, I'm going to do something that I think I should do. Missouri isn't complete dog shit.
That's fair. They're the second best team in the SEC East.
I've been working on myself, and I feel like it was time for me to just be honest. And I gotta be honest and say Missouri isn't complete dog shit.
Where would you rank Missouri in the whole of the SEC?
They are the butthole of the SEC. Next question.
You just kind of forget about them until you have to shit on them.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I heard your question wrong. I heard something about holes in SEC, and yeah, I thought they were the buttholes of the SEC.
I'd probably put them like 4th or 5th.
Okay.
Penn State 51, Maryland 15. Combination of this is Penn State versus Maryland. Penn State loves to do this, and this is Maryland not in the month of September.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
That's all you need to say about that. Florida State 24, Pitt 7. They covered. Pitt covered.
They did.
This was an ugly ass game, dude. This game sucked. I had this one on my fourplex for most of it. It sucked.
If Uncle Rico's still there, the old Nardozer coming his way next season.
Mm-hmm. Louisville 34, Virginia Tech 3. I was wrong. I called Virginia Tech. I was wrong on this one.
They at least it was close. At least
34-3.
I didn't hear what you said at all. I'll be honest.
34-3. Houston 25, Baylor 24. Baylor is by far and away the worst of the core Big 12 teams. And it's not close.
I like that we're calling them the core Big 12 teams. I hope that the other Big 12 teams feel like little bastard stepchildren.
They should until they kind of integrate themselves into the conference.
You need 10 years until you feel like you belong.
Oklahoma State 27, Oklahoma 24. Bedlam, baby. This game had it all.
This game was a banger. And you know what this game had? And this is what I wanted to get to whenever we were talking about it earlier. You know why I don't think Texas wins the Big 12?
Oh, you were talking about the reffing?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about. That's why I don't think Texas wins the Big 12. I think it's because the refs will fuck them on the way out the door like they did to Oklahoma there. Because, listen, I wanted Oklahoma State to win. That is without question. I wanted Oklahoma State to win.
Oh, yes.
But Oklahoma also got jobbed, which also makes me abundantly happy.
They did get jobbed, and people will be talking about that. I will give Oklahoma, especially on defense, credit. They made some good halftime adjustments to this Oklahoma State offense.
Yeah.
And I mean, technically, they probably did enough to win the game. I still think Oklahoma State was good. They were, in my opinion, the better team, and they did it. I don't care if Oklahoma got jobbed. Fuck them.
Do you want to talk about like the most fuck Oklahoma no call in the history of Oklahoma sports? You have in Bedlam, you have someone drag a Stoops to the ground while he's running a pass. Like, is there any more like fuck your life, bing bong kind of reaction from a officiating crew than anything like that? I don't think so. I don't think it's out there. I don't think it's ever happened before. That's the most fucking program, like no call that's ever happened.
So I said it before. Right now, Texas and Oklahoma State are both 5-1 in conference, sitting on top of the conference. Texas does still have to play TCU, Iowa State, and Texas Tech. That Iowa State game in Ames, as I said at the start of the fucking season, is a very important, very big game. Because right behind Oklahoma State and Texas, sitting at 5-1.
Yeah.
Kansas is 4-2. K-State's 4-2. Oklahoma's 4-2. West Virginia is 4-2. And Iowa State is 4-2.
It's turned into Banana Land on the island of Coconut Burger. Man,
I'm just going to say, if Iowa State beats Texas, I mean, basically, if any of these teams win out, so like if Iowa State wins out, guess what? They're in the fucking Big 12 championship game, which would be stupid and awesome.
That would be stupid and awesome.
If you give me an Oklahoma State, Iowa State Big 12 championship game as Oklahoma and Texas are leaving,
yeah,
please.
You would need to. I feel like you would probably need to take like a week's worth of vacation off of work the following week after that, because I think that like basically everything that is XFL Jim would just like come into fruition, because it feels like a very you matchup.
I'd be so happy.
I'd
be so goddamn happy.
I think you'd get hammered watching that one. That would be a good stream along game.
UCF 28, Cincinnati 26. Didn't get the cover for UCF here. Again, I think they're the best of the like stepchildren for the Big 12, but that's not really saying much.
I think the stepchildren are very evenly matched too.
It seems that way. Like those games are usually very competitive and at least like pretty fun.
Yeah.
Tulane 13, ECU 10. I don't know what ECU did to like make this game close or whatever. There's no fucking chance. No, I don't know what happened here.
I think for teams to start playing well, we just have to keep talking about how they're the worst team in the country, and then they'll start putting out performances. I literally
said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said that ECU is the worst team in the country, and then they just go ahead and do this.
That's exactly how that went down.
God dang. We've got a three-way conference tie for the AAC right now. It's between Tulane, SMU, and UTSA.
How did UTSA get back in the mix?
Well, they're 6-3, but they're 5-0 in conference play.
Oh, because they haven't played the big boys.
Yeah, I think they still have a couple. Yeah, they got Rice this week, and then they play Tulane at the end of the year.
God knows, Lord knows what's going to happen in a Rice game. That's all I'm going to say. God knows what is going to happen in a Rice game.
I don't even know if he knows.
No.
Coastal Carolina 28, ODU 24. ODU feisty, continue to be feisty.
They've got to be getting into the running of my top 5 like power ranking gambling teams.
JMU 42, Georgia State 14. JMU is laying it on like every Sunbelt team they play, and it's bullshit. I'm just sorry.
Yeah.
Auburn 31, Vanderbilt 15. Yeah.
Yeah. Only 31?
The Clit, Charlotte, the disrespected Biff Pogies go into Tulsa and get the win, 33-26. They were down for a good chunk of this game. Charlotte comes back, gets the win.
I'm happy that I finally called one of these. Happy that I finally called. Eventually, I was going to get one, right?
Oh, yeah. Charlotte not on the bottom of. They're not making a bowl game though. It's a shame.
No,
They got Memphis, Rice, and South Florida. They would have to win out. No, sorry.
Dude,
but...
do you really think, do you in your heart of hearts believe that if the Clip makes a bowl game and Biff Poggi goes to some vacation destination for a week, that he won't get arrested before game time for just burning that motherfucking town to the ground?
Oh, he'll go crazy.
Isn't he like a billion? Isn't he like a billionaire? Like he's just gonna throw cash around and just go nuts.
Southern Miss 24, ULM 7.
Biff Poggi found dead under a pile of 7 strippers.
It's true.
Before the Gasparilla Bowl. Oh, so hard for this Gasparilla Bowl now.
Southern Miss 24, ULM 7. Good job, Southern Miss. Disappointing ULM. Hawaii 27, Nevada 14, and I didn't pull the trigger on my Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.
How could you, though?
That's fair. Especially away from the island.
Yeah, man.
Texas State 45, Georgia Southern 24. What did I say? Georgia Southern's all or nothing? Guess what? They were nothing.
They were nothing.
Very fun scenes coming out of Texas State after this game, though, because I believe now that they're going bowling, there were people jumping in the river in San Antonio. I'm pretty sure Texas State's in San Antonio.
In the little tiny river? All right.
Where are they at?
They got that
San Marcos. They're in San Marcos.
Okay, which
I believe there was a river they were jumping in.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, I believe they made a bowl game. Good job, Texas. I mean, that's a hell of a coaching job.
I can think of it being Texas. It's like they dropped in a river, and then Governor Greg Abbott wouldn't let them come back.
Yeah, they had to navigate through a bunch of saw traps to get back to the land. Oregon 63, Cal 19. Don't care the overhit.
That's the last political bit we ever do on this show, by the way.
It probably won't be. There'll be some we'll sprinkle in.
Yeah, for sure.
It's weird for me to say, I mean, because I know they lost to Washington.
Yeah.
I think Oregon looks like the best team in the conference.
You think they do?
I think they do. Like, I think all around I think I think Washington might have the better offense by a smidge, but I think Oregon, their defense kind of helps them a little bit because I think they're the best all around.
So here's my concern with Oregon. I think that their coach's small dick energy might get him into trouble, and they might lose a couple games that they're not supposed to. He's got the real SDE.
I mean, the only thing with them though is I think after that Washington game, I don't think they've played anything close. I mean, we'll see.
I'm talking about that Washington game specifically because there were some very bad, very I don't know.
I liked a couple of his 4th down calls. I didn't like the one before half a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like it's very pedal to the metal and I drive a sports car and have a small dick sort of way. You know?
It'll be interesting. So they play USC next week. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a good barometer with how close and how fun that game was with Washington.
Those punters should take up knitting before that game.
Yeah, they should. Because we'll get to that one here in just a second because, Jesus Christ, what was it? 3 punts in that game total?
Yeah.
Liberty 56, La Tech 30. Congratulations, Libibity, whatever.
Yeah.
New Mexico State 13, Middle Tennessee 7.
It's kind of what I thought was going to happen, to be honest. Maybe not that much. But
you know what I didn't expect to happen? App State 31, Marshall 9.
Yeah, where's the classic? There's nothing classic about that.
It's terrible. I'm actually mad at Marshall for this one.
For sure.
UNLV 56, New Mexico 14. Good on UNLV.
Now they're going good bowling, right?
They're 7-2 right now.
Yeah, they keep winning games. They're gonna keep up in that old bowl purse, you know.
Hey, not only that, Chase. Guess what? They got Wyoming, Air Force, and San Jose State. This team wins out, they're going to the Mountain West Championship game.
I'm for it. I, sir, am for it.
I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, man. Bring it on.
I'm rooting for them. West Virginia 37, BYU 7. Again, the core of the Big 12 just seems to dominate these teams.
Pretty much.
Kansas 28, Iowa State 21. Kansas came back. Jason Bean looked really good in this one. Good on Kansas. Good on the Jayhawks. Keeping their Big 12 hopes somewhat alive.
Yeah, this 100% is a letdown spot for them, and it was really good that they kept it going after this.
Utah State 32, San Diego State 24. This just continues. I think San Diego State needs to do something.
A Brady Hoke something?
Yeah, they need to probably ditch him.
Yeah.
Kentucky 24, Mississippi State 3. Yeah. Michigan 41, Purdue 13. Yeah, also, like, this is what Michigan, play somebody, please.
Yeah, man.
This week they will. Washington 52, USC 42. What a game.
The Undertaker was wrong. That's for sure.
Yeah. What was it, like 60 points by half, it felt like?
Yeah, it was. And it was a total of 76. Yeah. Points. Sometimes, do you like these sort of games, or are you just like, for the love of God, someone play defense?
So it really depends. I do love these games, but I would hate if every game was this game. I like these games sprinkled in. Yeah. And it's similar. It's more entertaining than watching like an Iowa game. Yeah. Because people look at me weird for doing it, but I compare Iowa to USC. Because the way both of these teams play, like USC's all offense, no defense. Iowa's all defense, no offense. But
so overwhelmingly unbalanced to one side.
Yeah, they're half teams. But when you play that style of football, your like margin of error is so thin.
True.
That it's just you can't get away with a lot of the mistakes that these teams make. They are entertaining. I will give them credit. Like these games are entertaining, but I would, if every college football game was like this, it'd be exhausting, and I wouldn't love it.
So for like with USC, it's like, okay, you can, put up a lot of points, but you can't put a game away. On the opposite side of, Iowa, who can not score any points, but they can put a game away because they can't come from behind at all.
Well, and they have trouble like putting a game away too because they always, since their offense is so bad, they can never create the margin that they need to like kind of be comfortable.
Win with margin?
It's true. This game was awesome. Washington's offense was electric. Caleb Williams was really good in this game. That throw he had to the pylon where he like spun around, just threw it dart. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. That boy bad, man. Like he's really damn good. And
Alex Grinch fired, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, so about damn time, Lincoln. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
This game was I think, 3 punts the entire game?
Yeah, I think so.
SMU 36, Rice 31. Whoo! 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 Let's go, Rice. Keep covering.
As someone who believes in like alternate, dimensions and timelines and crazy things, like I should probably start enjoying Rice football games because it is nut burger. They don't make sense.
You never know.
Don't make sense.
Nope. Alabama 42, LSU 28. Also a banger of a game. Sucks that Jalen Daniels got knocked out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is college football. There will be someone else named Jalen to take his spot.
It's true. Speaking with Jalen Milroe. Jaden Milroe?
Yeah, if you didn't... I don't know. They're interchangeable, Jadens and Jalen's.
He's good. Like, you saw everything he was in this game because he had some really, really poor passes. Yeah. But also, very few people in college football that you could see that have his kind of acceleration.
Yeah. This was that game was post no balls. So I had just like been completely overstimulated and just fell asleep.
I figure you would be.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I caught it. It was fun. To me, Alabama looks like they're the team to beat. I don't know. This defense is dangerous, and Milroe seems to be getting better each and every week.
Right.
They look fucking good.
I'm doing a little beard look. Is that picking up on the mic?
I'm not hearing it.
Work? No? Okay. Well, at this point, I'm just doing it for me then. So,
NC State 20, Miami 6. I don't know what happened to Miami. That's what came away from this one.
That's kind of nice. You should try that sometime, Jim. Oh no, you get the ooh. Yeah,
You hear it?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, do I? Oh, do I?
Western Kentucky 21, UTEP 13. Fire Dana Dimmel. Just do it. Stanford 10.
They have to find someone who will agree to come to El Paso.
That's fair. Stanford 10, Washington State 7. You can't let Stanford hold you to 10. Hold you to 7. You can't.
No, you can't.
You can't do it. Oregon State 26, Colorado 19. Beavs defense is good. Other story that Dion demoted offensive coordinator Sean Lewis and brought an assistant to call the plays.
Yeah. Yeah, and no one's really sure why.
I don't really understand, because the problem with Colorado hasn't been their offense. It's been their defense. So, I don't get it. That was a weird decision.
Is it because Shedeur is getting hit way too much?
Well, sorry that you guys just don't have an offensive line. Sean Lewis, to me, in my opinion, what Sean Lewis has been orchestrating up around what Colorado doesn't have has been awesome this year.
Right. Good point. This is true.
Fresno State 37, Boise State 30.
Just a wagon. Our Bulldogs from the sleepy San Joaquin Valley.
They're going to do it again. They're going to win this goddamn conference. Arizona 27, UCLA 10. Jebfish getting them signs.
Woo!
This Arizona team is, you know what? Dare I say a wagon?
I'd say it.
Dare I say 6-3, 4-2 in conference? Watch out for the Wildcats.
Yeah, man.
That's it for college football, Chase. What a weekend. What a Saturday.
Yeah. It was this past week was a complete blur to me.
I figured it would be.
It went so quick. It all went so quick.
To the NFL, Steelers 20, Titans 16 on Thursday night.
Will Levis came back to earth, but it's that thing of a rookie quarterback seeing a
He
NFL
still looked good,
defense.
though.
I mean, still, but threw a pick to seal it, threw a couple picks. He can't expect to throw 4 touchdowns every single game, and rookie quarterbacks usually come back to earth the second time they play against an actual NFL defense.
Dolphins 14, Chiefs 21 over in Germany. I'm glad it was close. I'm worried. At least the Dolphins looked competitive.
Yeah, and I mean, when we were talking about it earlier in the week, you play the spot, and
you had to be on the Chiefs here.
There was no way the Chiefs. There was probably no way that the Chiefs weren't walking away with victory.
Yeah, they don't lose back to back. Vikings 31, Falcons 28. Josh Dobbs, baby.
This game, I was watching Red Zone, and I was like, "Really? We're still? Oh, we keep going back to this game. There's still more game to have." It wasn't as wild as the Texans game, though. That went full witching hour on us, man.
Seahawks 3, Ravens 37. Jesus.
We've been talking about wagons.
The Ravens are a wagon.
The Ravens are a wagon because they've now covered 2 in a row after. No, they've covered 3 in a row, but I'm saying they've covered 2 in a row since that just blowout win of Detroit, and now they cover again with another blowout. I mean,
watch out for this Ravens team.
Yeah, man.
Cardinals goose egg, Browns 27.
Yeah, I was on Uncle Rico's show this morning, and I took the Cardinals there. I thought Clayton Tune might have something to offer.
I wish he would have.
I was wrong, and I was bad, and I should feel bad for it.
Rams 3, Packers 20. Nah.
This morning on Uncle Rico's show, I was on the side of the Rams on the money line. I was wrong, and I should feel bad.
I took the Rams on the picks Porsche, but I made that pick not fully knowing the extent that Stafford wasn't playing.
Yeah, I was not expecting that to be. Was it Brent Rippin or Brick?
Yeah.
Is it Brick?
It's Brent. It's Brent Rippin.
Brock Brinson.
Bucks 37, Texans 39.
Britannica. Huh?
Bucks 37, Texans 39.
This was the game of the year, dude. This was the very best game. CJ Stroud is legit.
He's rookie of the year, hands down.
Legit. Yeah, man. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about what CJ Stroud is going to be. What he could maybe if this Texans front office could get their head out of their ass, they might be able. They have
a dude. That's at least no matter how bad your team is, at least now you have the understanding. You have a franchise quarterback.
Those 2 throws he made to Tank Dell in the final drive, dude, so sick.
He's fucking good. Commanders 20, Patriots 17.
Shocker.
Yeah, especially with what
not?
the Commanders have given up, though.
Yeah, no, I thought I was on the side of the Pats in this one, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was pretty certain that Washington had just quit. You know how they didn't have an offensive line, and then they just decided to trade away the entire defensive line?
Patriots are also just really bad.
Joke's on me.
Bears 17, Saints 24.
Finally, one I got right.
There you go, baby.
I was on the under.
Colts 27, Panthers 13. Of course it was going to be the Colts.
Jonathan Taylor, first touchdown.
Also, like, fade the Panthers after their first win.
Oh, exactly. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giants 6, Raiders 30. Gross.
Very gross. Yeah, man.
Gross.
I don't know what the Giants are going to do if Daniel Jones is like hurt. It didn't look good.
They're not going to win.
It didn't look good what happened to his knee. I don't know what it was yet, but it didn't look good.
Cowboys 23, Eagles 28. This was fun. It was a fun one.
It was a good game.
I enjoyed it.
Just a genuinely good football game.
I always enjoy the Eagles Cowboys. It's like I like seeing real hate in the NFL.
For sure.
And currently, right now, as we sit, about 5 minutes left to go in the third. Bills 10, Bengals 21. I don't know what the Bills are. I don't know what the Bills are this year.
That's kind of my take on them too. Is I don't know who they are, and I think that Josh Allen might be vanilla Jameis Winston.
He's very entertaining though, so it works. It does work.
Are we okay with calling Josh Allen vanilla Jameis Winston or vanilla Winston?
You know what, Chase? On this show, we are.
Okay.
On this show, we're totally cool with it. And then Monday night prediction: Chargers Jets. I'm taking the Jets.
I was gonna say Jets straight up.
Yeah. Give me the
Jets
Jets.
straight
Actually,
up.
let's see what we actually predicted. I went and filled out some of them. I don't have the full season.
Okay.
Like percentages, but I'm gonna do that at the end of the year. But week to week, we're doing pretty decent.
Yeah.
So I picked the Jets. You picked the Chargers.
Man, okay.
We both
okay.
picked the same. We also both picked the Patriots. And you picked
true.
the Texans. You had the Texans in this one. This week.
Did I?
You picked the Texans.
Look at that, man.
Look at us. Look at us fucking go.
Look at
Last
us
week,
go.
by the way, I think I filled out last week's. I hit 53% last week. You were at 73% last week. One of the better weeks. You went 11-4.
Whoa.
Yeah. Pretty good week for you. You only got the Giants wrong, the Browns wrong, the Chiefs wrong. Oh, did the Lions win on Monday night? I didn't fill that one out.
Yeah, they did.
Week. So then you actually 75%, Chase.
I went 12-4.
You went 12-4 last week. Pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good.
You said that was the best week that's happened?
That's one of the top weeks we've had.
Okay, cool.
Especially in the NFL. I think
No,
college.
that's good. Don't tell me if I was the best, because like I want to stay humble. Like this is me like staring out like a window at the city. Like, having it all, sitting here and I'm drinking Cavassier and here's my chain.
I like it.
Think about where I came from and being humble.
Scoping through, so your 75% is second from what I've been able to see in my 5 seconds of scrolling.
And you had the first?
Yeah, for college football week 6, I went 40-11.
Holy shit.
78%. I don't know how I did that.
I'll take my piddly 12-4 and get the fuck out of here.
I don't know how the
Jesus
fuck I did
Christ.
that. Jesus Christ. To be fair,
Holy
for college ball, Chase, that week you went 35-16. You hit 68% for college.
Okay.
And to be fair to us, we're usually hovering around like at least 60%. Fuck, dude. Never mind. I'll talk to you this off air. How else was the rest of your week? I just saw one where I went 60-15.
Holy shit!
Yeah. I need to pay more attention to these when I'm making bets.
Oh, we need to hold on. We need to leave these lames that are watching us behind. We got some things to talk about now.
Oh, anything else you want to talk about before we dip out of here? How was the Breeders' Cup for you? How'd the weekend treat you?
It was brutal with one little bright spot at the end, pretty much. It wasn't a huge bright spot, but it was.
Was it fun though?
It was fun. It was fun.
Go.
I was seeing the ball very well, and I was on some really good horses at some really great prices. That like, I had a horse on Breeders' Cup Friday named Valiant Force, and another one named Mountain Bear that went off at 22-1 and 23-1 respectively, and they lost their races by like a cumulative head. Like they were both like a nose away from like in photos to be just absolute bombers. And that wasn't the last time that happened. I think through 14 Breeders' Cup races, I had 4 or 5 horses at like huge prices just finished second or third, and it just like it sucks sometimes. But then like no balls came through, and I don't know. I feel like I'm forever linked to that horse, and he forever linked to I. So it was nice because it was another nice little tout hit talking about no balls on the podcast.
It was a fun time. I had a great weekend. I'm looking for another great weekend of college football. We should be able to do the show Sunday. I think I get back from Phoenix on Sunday. So
yeah.
So everyone stay on the lookout for that. We'll see you then. We'll see you next week for another exciting and fun episode of the Jimnasium.